What's going on, Genius Nation? Welcome to a brand new day. Welcome to a Friday that you've never seen before, a Friday that you will never see again. Wherever you are in the world, I hope your Friday is started off magnificently. Thank you guys for joining me. This is the Daily Genius, and I am Dr. Will. As always, super excited that you are with us on this journey of 365 live videos that we're doing inside of our Genius Nation family. This is episode number 141. If you're joining us outside of this, you're watching this on YouTube, first thing is I want you to subscribe. Second thing is I want to invite you to join our Genius Nation family. We're over 1,000 individuals that are committed to becoming a better version of ourselves and creating a life that we love. If you are interested in getting tips, tools, and strategies to assist you in becoming a better version of yourself and creating a life that you love, there is a link in the description that allows you to join Genius Nation. It's a free private Facebook group where we just want to push and promote and cheer you on to your greatest success. So welcome to the Daily Genius. Always super excited for those of you that join us on the live feed every morning. And for those of you that are watching the replay, thank you. Well, this is Friday. And if you've been hanging with us for any length of time, you know Friday is Fun Fact Friday. And this is where I just like to share a fun fact with you. I love researching fun facts, helps you stretch your mind, gives you different things to talk about when you're in conversation. You never know when a fun fact is going to come into play, when it's going to assist you. You know, for me as a speaker, I speak and I communicate a lot, but you're always thrown twists and turns, right? You're always thrown things that could throw you off your game. So just kind of being prepared to have this type of information at your disposal. You never know when you're going to need it, when you're going to use it. You can use it as an icebreaker. You know, you can use it as a story to get you through a keynote or whatever. You know, you can use it to lighten the mood in an environment. So this is why I love fun facts. And so this is something that, you know, I suggest that you do. Just go out there and learn and discover and keep on growing. So today's fun fact for you, I started off with a question. I started off with a question to see if you guys know, So if you know, write it down in the comments. If you know what that little dot is called that we place over a lowercase I or a lowercase j in the alphabet. Do you know what that dot, right? When you're making your lowercase I, we put a dot over the lowercase I and over the lowercase j. Do you know what that dot is called? I'll give you a few moments to put it in the comments. Let me see if anybody knows. Let me see if anybody knows what that's called. I didn't know until today that it had a name. I just knew that over the I and over the J, you put this little dot, but I didn't know that dot actually had a name, a distinguishing name in grammar, right? I just would always put the dot there. So does anybody know what the name of that dot is? Without cheating, don't cheat. Did you know already? All right, I see somebody putting that. I see somebody get it right. Yes, it's called a tittle. Tittle. It's called a tittle. And I guess if you're an English teacher or, you know, really into grammar and things like that, you would probably know that. But I didn't know that. I went 48 years of my life without knowing what that little dot was called. So now you know. Now, I don't know if you're ever going to use this information. Maybe you can ask your friends to see if any of your friends know what that little dot is. Maybe you can ask your kids that are still in school, see if they know. I don't ever remember hearing what that little dot. I think I would have remembered just by the name of a tittle what I would have remembered. That's what that was. But I don't think in my 48 years I've ever heard that called the tittle. Like I never when you're writing down your I, boys and girls, put the tittle on top. I just never heard of that. So now you know that little dot that goes above a lowercase I and a lowercase j. Now that I'm talking to you, I'm pretty interested. Do we put a tittle over any other thing? And I think a tittle is not just used, it's when I looked up the definition, it's the to make a small marking. So I don't know if it's just to make a small marking, like, because a period is a period. That little small dot is not called a tittle, that's called a period. But I'm curious now, I got to see in what other instances we would use a tittle. Does anybody else know in what instance you would use a tittle? So I know over the I, over the lowercase j, a period is a period. So that's not it. So it's not just a small marking, a small dot, because that's a period. A period is a period. Interesting. Like, I wonder under the question mark, is that a tittle under the question mark? Would that be a tittle? Like, you know, when you do the question mark and you put the little dot there. Now I'm curious, see? And so once we get off this live, I'm going to go back and research, where do we all put tittles? I know lowercase I, lowercase j. I wonder, is it the question mark as well? See, things that make you go home. This is why Fun Facts is so good. Just researching, just expanding your mind. I don't know if I'll ever use this information in my life again, besides sharing it with you on this fun fact. But now I have it in my toolbox. I have it in my arsenal. And whenever I do need it, maybe one day somebody, you know, doing a random question where I could win $500. Do you know what that little dot above the lowercase I is called? And maybe I'll win some money. I don't know. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today for Fun Fact Friday. Go figure out all the other places where you could use a tittle in your day-to-day life. Go out there, like I always tell you guys, be your brilliant, amazing, genius self. Make someone else smile and laugh as you're making yourself smile and laugh. Go out there and dominate. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of The Daily Genius. All right, guys, have a great Friday.